Intelligence is becoming a very rare commodity in 2023 and moving forward. Now, why is it that intelligent people are often alone? And intelligent people are often the most lonely and most solitude people you can find. But what are the reasons behind this phenomenon?
I don't know.
In this video, we're going to be exploring 3 reasons behind why intelligent people are always alone. So if you consider yourself somewhat intelligent, you might want to watch this video to the very end to get the most value, to get the most information out of it. Guys, please subscribe to the channel if you like content like this, and also consider following me on my social media platforms, which I'll link down below. My name is Estian. Let's go. Now, from an evolutionary standpoint, humans have always cooperated. They've always worked together in groups. If you look at the Stone Age, if you look at the hunter-gatherer era, many of these men, right, who went out to hunt did so in groups. Not all of the time, but they tended to do so in groups. And this is because that cooperation just makes life easier. It just makes everyone more alert. It just makes sure that everyone, they don't miss a thing out there when they're hunting. Now, the same applies to problem solving, right? When we combine our intelligence, when we combine our brain power, we tend to solve problems quicker. However, with most intelligent people, they do not rely too much on other people to solve their problems for them. They like to sit in solitude and just think of their problem. They like to analyze their problem on their own, and they come up with solutions on their own. So instead of using other people's brain power, they prefer to use their own intelligence to solve a problem. This might be because of ego, it might be because of just sheer pride, but what I've personally noticed, and what you've probably noticed as well, is most intelligent people, when faced with a very complex problem, do not always rely on other people's help. They like to sit there and they like to struggle with a problem until they figure it out. You know someone like that? I definitely know a few people like that. I myself am like that. If I'm confronted with a difficult problem, I'd rather sit there and struggle for an hour than, just kind of almost sap other people's brain power to solve my own problem for me. Because first of all, it's going to make me feel worthless because I do not have the ability to solve this problem. Second of all, it's going to make me feel less motivated, right? It's going to make me feel less motivated to keep on improving my intelligence and improving myself. Because I'm thinking to myself, if I'm not good enough to solve this problem, how am I going to progress going forward? So number one reason, the first reason why intelligent people prefer to be alone is because they do not want other people to solve their problems for them. Second of all, we have to talk about productivity. You'll notice that when you're in the company of other people, you guys get to chatting, you get to casual chatter, you get to chatting about what happened during the weekend, how the barbecue went, yada yada yada. So instead of being productive, you get lost in pointless, mindless conversation. And the second reason why intelligent people prefer to be alone is because they prefer to be as productive as possible. And for most people with a relative intelligence, they are more productive when they're on their own. Instead of being distracted by this person, that person, their opinion, that opinion, they prefer to be on their own, because on their own they can focus their best, they can put in the most work, and most importantly, they can overall be more productive than when they're in the conversation of other people. And as I said, most intelligent people prefer not to get caught up in mindless chatting, not to get caught up in joking and talking about things that do not take them forward. If they do talk with someone about something, it would be about, let's say, a business plan, would be about an idea they have, a solution they want to share. That conversation is always going to be of a productive nature, of a positive nature, but it's never going to be a pointless conversation. And I've noticed this with myself personally, as I get almost irritated by small talk. I get irritated by talking about things that have absolutely no point to it. And I'm not saying be a sour grouch.
What do you mean by that?
But I'm saying if you really want to be as productive as possible, the conversations that you need to be having also need to be of a productive nature. The conversations that you're having need to be with people of your caliber or higher caliber in order for you to really have a productive day, have a productive week, have a productive year, have a productive life overall. And lastly, I want to speak about self-reflection. If you are an intelligent person, and let's not get it messed up, each person, I believe, has their own genius locked up inside of them, but it's your responsibility to unlock that genius. Now, when it comes to self-reflection and when it comes to really doing some introspection, intelligent people prefer to be alone because it gives them more time to think. It gives them more time to reflect on what they've been doing, the progress they've been making, the strategies they've been using to take themselves forward in life. Because without that introspection and without that reflection and that assessment of the strategies that they've been using, they're not going to know if those strategies are being effective. They're not going to know if they've actually been doing their best to take themselves forward. So when you see a person just, staring into the distance, sitting on a park bench, just know that that person might be doing some introspection. Because in order for you to do introspection, in order for anyone to do proper introspection, you need that solitude, you need that quiet time, and you need that time alone. Otherwise, you're going to be influenced by distractions and you're not going to do proper introspection. You're not going to be analyzing it from an objective view. Ladies and gentlemen, if you found this video interesting, I'd like to encourage you to subscribe. I'd like to encourage you to turn on the post notifications bell as well, and I'll be seeing you next time.